Yet again, Oprah Winfrey, you understand what you want to do in light of the fact that what individuals are starting to do is see you for what your identity is. Oprah's a slave broker, folks. You shouldn't believe Oprah is a slave dealer significantly over 10 years after the fact. There's still aftermath from the Combative Honors Crusade for 2009's Valuable, which procured Monique a Best Supporting Entertainer Oscar. Soon after arriving at that vocation, Pinnacle, the now 55-year-old jokester, to a great extent withdrew from Hollywood. She's made only a modest bunch of tasks in the resulting years, including her Netflix satire Unique I Go by Monique, which happened as expected after she sued the decoration in 2019 for neglecting to haggle sincerely on a 2017 stand-up adventure. The suit was privately addressed any outstanding issues in June 2022. And that is the point at which he said, "Mother, you've been debased." And I said, "Well, why have I been repudiated?" And he said, "On the grounds that you didn't play the game." I felt the very treacheries and disparities that every one of the individuals of color who came to Hollywood before me felt as a rule. Individuals call that outrage, they call it harshness, they call it temperamental. Monique told the Hollywood columnist in another profile, they give it this large number of titles, with the exception of what it truly is. The interesting woman especially disapproves of two industry monsters, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. For what reason do you think she has that school in South Africa? For what reason does she spend time with who she spends time with? As per Monique, her issues with the Valuable Honors Crusade started when she wouldn't advance the movie at the Cannes Movie Celebration, free of charge against the guidance of Chief Lee Daniels and makers Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. I said, "Oprah, I'm doing a syndicated program. I'm doing a parody visit. I have a spouse. And I have children. I have a smidgen of free time, and I will exploit it. So I'm not going anyplace on the grounds that I'm not committed to go anyplace. I've done my part." Monique reviewed. So we commonly settled on a truce. That was all there was to it. Before I know it, I'm viewed as troublesome and difficult to work with. Oprah Winfrey. And I have an issue. Is Oprah Winfrey called quickly? And when she won the foundation grant months after the fact, Monique declined to say thanks to Daniels during her acknowledgement discourse, prompting a 13-year quarrel during which the entertainer claimed he had renounced her from the business. As per Daniels, who additionally coordinated Monique in 2005's Fighter in Training, he imagined the entertainer taking significant jobs in a few of his ventures during their alienation, including parts in the end played by Winfrey in 2013's The Steward and Taraji P. Henson in the 2015 Fox hit Realm First. I might want to thank the foundation for demonstrating the way that it tends to be about the exhibition and not the legislative issues. But rather, I didn't have the ability to employ her. Daniels let educator know there were studios and different makers included. The two have now accommodated, however, and are cooperating on the impending Netflix thriller, The Redemption. Monique stars, supplanting Octavia Spencer. Yet Monique said she has not yet accommodated with either Oprah or Perry, both of whom declined to remark. The entertainer keeps up with she likewise harbors hostility toward Oprah on the grounds that the news big shot had a few of Monique's relatives, including a sibling who admitted to attacking Monique when she was 7, and he was 13 on her television show in 2010. Monique expressed that while she had given Oprah her approval to have that sibling, she had not wanted for the other relatives to show up in the piece. Monique expressed gratitude toward others in the business for supporting her following the Oscar aftermath, like Donald Glover, who cast her in a 2019 short, and Roseanne Barr, who she guarded in 2018, after Barr was terminated from her ABC show because of a bigoted tweet. She didn't maintain that I should get injured shielding her. Monique said of her decision to openly uphold Barr in the midst of the discussion, "I said I will represent right the entire day, whatever occurs with us, remaining with my sister named Roseanne Barr. Let things work out naturally, yet what I won't do is walk out on someone that I know is certainly not a bigot." During a new appearance on Turned Out with T.S. Madison, the entertainer come comic, was gotten some information about her years-long cases about being renounced. And when I say star, I don't mean superstar sense, I express it in the feeling of your gift. Has permitted you to permit others to be free. Definitely so, she clarified for Madison, but following 10 years of show, Perry ultimately consented to call her, with an end goal, to wipe the slate clean. Monique said it was around then Perry communicated lament for how he treated her and affirmed he fully planned to freely apologize. The entertainer said she recorded that discussion and Madison guaranteed she had heard it. Monique is coming clean, the host said. The entertainer proceeded to say that she had played the sound for individuals like Kevin Hart and the Reverend Al Sharpton, who supposedly requested that Perry contact Monique by, she said Perry at first would not do so, yet in the end told one of her companions he would talk with her on two circumstances. Her significant other and supervisor couldn't be involved, and she needed to apologize to him and Oprah over the debased claims in the event that you haven't heard. There have been bits of hearsay that Perry and Oprah abused new entertainers in Hollywood, very much like they attempted with Monique now. That was late, Monique expressed, so as I stay here with you. And you say stand by brief. I heard that man say he was off base and plan to apologize. Well, that is transformed into I'll meet with you, not with your better half. And presently you need to apologize to me. How does that happen? I'll let you know how. Monique then, at that point, gazed straight into the camera and stalled Hollywood's set of experiences of focusing on people of color who won't hesitate to defend themselves frequently. With regards to an individual of color, shouting out and standing up, it goes unheard until she kicks the bucket. Then once she passes on, then we return and say, well, she was correct. And we should make a film about it. She made sense of. See, I can give you their names, Eartha Kitt. I can give you their names, Hazel Scott. I can give you their names, Fannie Lou Hamer. I can give you their names, Hattie McDaniel. Those ladies stood firm. And those ladies left here devastated, undesirable, taking a gander at a local area, saying you all realize I'm correct yet. Is there any valid reason why anyone won't utter a word? The entertainer made sense of that. She consented to star leading the pack, coordinated, valuable, for only $50,000, since it was a little free film anyway. After the task got rave surveys at the Sundance Movie Celebration, Perry and Oprah endorsed on as leader makers, which gave the film a critical lift. And that undeniable her rough relationship with the two. Monique said the group behind Valuable encouraged her to lobby for the movie, yet she made it clear she wouldn't do it with the expectation of complimentary. I suppose that is the way Tyler and Oprah utilize the new entertainers' work without pay in a way that would sound natural to her. Mo got out whatever I wouldn't do was to make Hollywood the need, she said. Prior to reviewing her and Perry's discussion at the local honors, I told Perry, I'm not in that frame of mind of working free of charge. So we had a common understanding, no issue. We got up, we embraced, everything was great. When they realized that I wouldn't be the entertainer, or be the one that said in light of the fact that it's them I must do it. No, it doesn't matter to me what its identity is currently comes to repudiate the comic, said she then. At that point, started hearing reports that she was hard to work with. Perry even ventured to such an extreme as to knock her to Chief David E. Talbot. However, she said she never heard Oprah say anything terrible regarding her. She brought up that that news magnate decided to keep quiet all through the difficulty anyway. She demands she as of now has no disdain for Perry, Oprah, or Lee. Let me get straight to the point. I love those individuals. We love those individuals, my significant other. And I love them. They're our family, she expressed. And as my significant other consistently says, Mom, we ain't calling no one out. We're basically hit them up to say, listen, how about we improve our local area by making it right, not quickly making tracks by what you consider is your influence. Tyler Perry has since stood up after Monique Hammer. He plumped down with the Hollywood journalist to share his contemplations on prejudice in Hollywood. He additionally shared some help for Oprah Winfrey. During his meeting, one recommendation that Oprah offered him was to watch his cash intently. Yet she wasn't addressing him, she was cautioning Tony Braxton. In a 2006 meeting, from that point forward, Tyler concedes he deals with his funds and bills 2 times per month. He never surrendered that standard. He likewise tended to the prejudice issue. In Hollywood, Tyler expressed that he doesn't think Hollywood is fundamentally bigoted. He accepts the business, thinks more about cash instead of an individual's skin variety. He said that any place the cash goes, regard obliges it in the end. He didn't address the Monique outrage in that frame of mind. Throughout the long term, Perry has venerated Oprah Winfrey as far back as he can recollect. As Forbes noticed, the media maker truly acknowledges the television have for rousing him to turn into an author, as he uncovered during a Today interview. Perry mentioned her signature once upon a time when Oprah was remaining at a lodging where he was working at the time. He reviewed She Pivots, and she puts an O on the page. It was a decent second. Whenever he'd made it authoritatively, Perry marked a long-term, managed Winfrey's own organization, which was gigantically gainful to the two players. In a joint meeting with Quintessence magazine, the productive maker enthused the main thing about meeting up was ensuring we wouldn't lose our kinship in view of the business. Perry prompted their dependably 100 fair with one another, and can deal with essentially anything. Oprah added, we both skill uncommon. This is making sense of what other place throughout the entire existence of our African American culture have two ridiculously fruitful individuals who can do anything they desire. Said, how about we meet up and be considerably more remarkable? We should accept it to the 10th power. Yet, in spite of that good energy, Mo doesn't think the two make an impressive group intended to work on the government assistance of youthful entertainers in Hollywood. Do you concur?